بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا علما. اللهم لا سهل إلا ما جعلته سهلا، وأنت تجعل الحزن إذا شئت سهلا. سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا، إنك أنت العليم الحكيم. لله تبارك وتعالى. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. Sister Sakina, you were the first one that I saw to join this morning. Wa alaikum assalam. Sister Karima, wa alaikum assalam. Aminu, wa alaikum assalam. Lakima, wa alaikum assalam. Rosalinda, wa alaikum assalam. Rosalinda, you a soldier. I didn't know you was such a big soldier, but someone told me about you, and you are a soldier. May Allah reward you. People like you are people after my heart. Grown-ups, I love it. May Allah reward you immensely. Imari, wa alaikum salam. Garrett, wa alaikum salam. Selena, wa alaikum salam. Nathaniel. Ahmed, ya Sayyidi, wa alaikum salam. Old soldier, mashallah. Nadeem, Shakur, wa alaikum salam. Najma, wa alaikum salam. MashaAllah. Jihada, wa alaikum salam. Rakia, wa alaikum salam. Abdul Batin, wa alaikum salam. Yoki, wa alaikum salam. Rahim, wa alaikum salam. Khadija, wa alaikum salam. Fatima Muhammad, wa alaikum salam. I'm getting mixed message about you, Fatima. Are you coming or are you not coming? Oh, she's trying to surprise us? Okay. So we still don't know. She may not make it. She may make it. Somebody, I'm going to tell you a secret, Fatima. If you ever wanted secret, don't tell nobody. Whenever you tell one person, everybody going to find out. See, I would have been nice and surprised. I'm going to still be surprised no matter what. Just to see you. I'm going to be happy and surprised. I don't know who snitched on you, but somebody did. Imad, wa alaikum salam. Eleanor, wa alaikum salam. Imam Genius, where you at? Wa alaikum salam. Why you leave me by myself? Lavan, wa alaikum salam. Is Jihad another Jihad or the same one? Jihad number 2. Wa alaikum salam. Sister Kimberly, wa alaikum salam. Cousin Stanley, wa alaikum salam. Akila, wa alaikum salam. Tina, wa alaikum salam. Frederick, wa alaikum salam. Sabra, wa alaikum salam. Fahima, wa alaikum salam. Al-Haq al-Batil, wa alaikum salam. To Sister Patricia, Texas in the house. Wa alaikum salam. Malika Abdul Rahman. Wa alaikum salam. Abdullah Muhammad. Shaheed Tawheed. Yo, Shaheed, there's this dude from Albany. I am a Muslim. I love that. He's the bomb. You need to check him out. His name is Abdul Wali. He got bars. MashaAllah. Samira, I'm so glad to be here. Africa. All right. I greet it as much as if you can. Um, so today I wanted to talk about something. I've been getting a lot of encouraging messages, right? And I want to say something to you. By now, y'all all should be used to me, right? I want to ask you a question. Give me your honest opinion. We family, so we can talk. We family, we can really talk. I don't like fake stuff. I don't like a mask. I don't like none of that. I need you to be real with me. I'm going to be real with you. Even if it's bitter, I can take it. And I need you to take it when I'm being bitter, right? What type of person you think I am? Your own feeling. Tell me your feeling. I don't care what it is. I want to know. What type of person do you perceive me to be? Everybody shoot. Even the ones who don't like me. You are no good, blah, blah, blah. Fine. Shoot it. Bring it. I want honest opinion. I don't care if it's ugly. I want honesty. Go ahead, shoot. Let me get my glasses. You that? I want your opinion. Don't be nice. Be honest. I don't care. If you that's what you got, that's how you feel, that's how you feel. Don't mind, because I might have a same feeling about you feel about me. No, I'm joking. Go ahead. I just want to know your feeling because I'm going to tell you something. So I need to know your feeling before. So if we are real, then we could talk. But if you lying to me and I'm lying to you, I don't know how far we going. Like, come on, Muti. Let me know how you feel. Be honest, Ak. Mm, okay, Emad. Kareem, you rolling, Ak. May Allah reward you and your wife. MashaAllah, you making mom happy. That means a lot. When mom speaks good about your wife, you hit a home run, Ak. Seriously. The fact that mom speaks good of your wife and your mom is happy, that's a great sign. But sometimes the moms don't be feeling the wife. The fact that your mom speaks highly and celebrates your wife, you picked a good one. Take care of her, Ak. Make sure you be the good man too. MashaAllah. Barakallahu bikum. Okay. All right. I want you, Tahir. I already know how you feel about hater, right? Yeah. Okay. All right. What was the question, Muti? How do you think I am? Your honest feeling. I'm asking this for a reason. And Muti's a soldier, but that don't mean I want you to tell me no good stuff. Tell me how you really feel, whether it's good or bad. But Muti is the kind of person that soldier. I love that guy. He reminds me of Rosalinda, a male version. And they're like, huh? I know it's not for you to understand. Soldier, that's the part you need to understand. Okay. All right. I'm going to tell you why I asked you that. No matter what you say, I never want you to say about me, and I listen to all your comments, those who know me, those who don't know me, right? And this is important to me. And I want you to be the same way. Out of all the stuff I see, I ain't seen one person say I'm full of crap, right? I haven't saw one person out of all the people, and there's a lot of people. Some know me on the ground with me. Some just know me from the internet. People know me. Some people know me from the dungeon. Some people know me from prison. Some people know me from the streets. Some people know me in a dean. Know me from, but ain't not one person saying I'm full of crap, right? So that's a testament. I ain't talking about no, I'm not full of crap. And I don't want you to be full of crap either. Y'all follow my point? That's what I'm not. And I don't want you to be like that. We could have all kinds of flaws. We could have some things that rub each other the wrong way, but please don't be full of crap. Do y'all got me with that? And y'all, we talking to each other. So as long as we ain't full of crap, we gonna get the job done, right? As long as all of us are sincere, even if we got junk with us, even if we got flaws, even if we're struggling, but we're sincere about what we say we about, we're gonna be all right. Y'all follow me? That's extremely important. To do this work, you can't be full of it. You have to be dedicated. You have to be sincere. And I'm not talking about just a teacher. Any aspect that you're going to say you're going to do, you have to be for real. That's what we need the most, right? So sometimes when we're talking, you may hear me be a little direct, sound a little harsh because I smell crap. And when I smell it, I don't like the smell. So I'm going to remove it. You follow my point? Y'all with me? That's the only time you want to hear me go hard. I don't let that slide, Muti. Right? Uh, hey, a good fight sometimes is needed. Don't ever be scared to get your butt whooped. Sometimes that's how you're gonna get your respect. Somebody gonna put blood in your mouth, but they're gonna respect you when they finish. Right? Uh, but honestly, for the work we have to do, we have to be for real. So if we're all together and we all say we're the 3-4-5-3 family, then all of us, if all of us are real at our level, it ain't gonna look the same for everybody, right? But if all of us are sincere, all of us are real, none of us is full of it, we're gonna accomplish most of our goals on time and objectives, right? Because I know what one sincere soldier will do. One, imagine we have hundreds like we have online all day, every day. Every morning, imagine if we all kick in sincerely. We know what we can do and we do it. And when we can't do nothing or we can't do it, we're sincere enough to say, yo, I can't do that. But this is what I can do. If all of us are like that, it is nothing that can stop us. So when everyone has described the other, I want that same description. Whatever you said about me, even if you lack, don't let nobody ever say you full of crap. Don't act like it, don't speak like it, and don't have that state. Y'all follow me here? It's very important to this mission. I know it's nice ways to say it, maybe, but man, look, I need us to get the point. So someone else who got some eloquent way to tell you don't be full of crap, let them tell you. But I'm gonna tell you in a way you can understand, don't be full of crap. Don't come to me with a bunch of garbage excuses. I ain't trying to hear it. Right? Now, can we agree that's how we all need to be successful? In anything you do, you can't half do it. It's not gonna work. You have to be in it. Y'all with me? So whenever I rub you the wrong way, understand that's what's behind it. Whenever you hear me and you be like, man, Joker, I know I'm trying to push you to greatness. As well as put, and I'm harder on myself than I would ever be on you. I'm harder on myself than I would ever be on you. The other day, our elder, Imam Talib, said something to me. He was talking to all of us, but he directed it at me. And I still ain't got it yet. He said, I want to, y'all remember this, I'm paraphrasing because his words, I don't remember the exact how he worded it, but I got the point. He said, I want to tell Imam Amin something, and it's general, but I want to tell him. He said, the meaning of the lack of self-care is an occupational hazard in this work, in this field, da'wah. The lack of self-care is an occupational hazard in this field of work. And man, that's a hard one for me. It's true. But also, and we need to take care of ourselves. But sometimes that's the excuse for us not working. And a lot of us use that. A lot of us use that. That is true. I'm not denying it. And I've been a miserable failure at that. Taking care of myself and everything around me that is not necessarily connected to the deen, man, I've been horrible at that. I sacrifice everything and everything around me to do this work. That's a mistake. In some aspects, it's a mistake. However, there is another mistake when that's your excuse for not working. I got to take care of me. It ain't about you all the time, right? Yes, you do got to take care of you, but you do have to sacrifice too. And in order to do that, you have to distinguish between your needs and your wants. But a lot of times we make our needs and we mix our needs and our wants, and we make our wants necessities when they're not. When this deen and this work we have to do and building is a necessity, it's not a want. We must do it. Y'all follow my point? So we have to separate the two. We just want to be comfortable, but we need to spread this deen, and that's going to take us to be uncomfortable sometimes. We need to sacrifice. We need to feel a little pain. We need to physically be tired. We need not to sleep sometimes. We need to feel a little poverty. All those things are real needs, and the da'wah need us to taste some of that. Study the life of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. His companions, all of them felt all what I just said, every single one of them. They felt a portion at their levels of all of it. We have to ask ourselves and be honest with ourselves. We're not feeling enough pain. We're not feeling enough struggle. We're not feeling enough sacrifice. And if we're going to win, we have to fix that. So quoting Quran and Sunnah is not enough. You got to live that. You have to feel that. And you have to be in love with a little bit of pain and suffering and sacrifice. You have to have a love for that. Do y'all follow me? I'm telling you this from experience. I'm not saying just something, I lived it. I know what we can do. I'm never going to ask you for something that I believe is impossible. I'm never going to ask you to do something that I think we can't do. I know we can do it. I have no doubt. So, for instance, this is a serious conversation. Sometimes we have to have, give me 1 second, please. I'm sorry. I'm on serious conversation, what we can do. Don't let me forget. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry. So follow what I'm saying. So I said this is a serious thing. No. All right. Let's be honest. Because you know how I feel about that. Now, someone told me, Sophia, I'll be trying to keep a peace treaty with you, but since you keep jumping out there, I'm gonna address that. You ready? All right. You ready? I'm getting ready to address this. Some have sacrificed enough for a lifetime. None of us have. Not a one. Not me, not you, not even the companions. None of us have sacrificed enough. None of us. No matter how hard we work, we have all fallen short. It may feel like it's time let somebody else do something. That be the feeling. I agree. But none of us have sacrificed enough. Not a one. And anytime we think that I've done enough, we have failed us. Whenever we think, any one of us, that I've done enough, we individually has failed all of us. That's a hard pill to swallow, but it's real. None of us have done enough. And I know how much you've done. I know how much others have done. I know how much I've done, but I ain't done enough. As long as we're in the same condition, we still got work to do. No, that's a hard pill to swallow. I know I feel that way. I feel the same feeling. Look, man, I do all I can do. No, you didn't. You got more that you can do. Do you understand what I mean? And that's just real. And I got it. I agree. It hurt. You feel like you lose a lot. You feel like I gave all I can give and it still ain't enough and I'm suffering. And yeah, I agree. But it's real. It may hurt, but it's real. Listen, we both know, you, me, and many of us, especially from our community, man, this stuff hard. This stuff hurt. This stuff break people. It's true. But what we have to realize, we still got work to do, no matter what. Every bump, every hardship, every difficulty, every pain, all of us got something to say, man, I'm tired. Every single one of us. And it might not be the same. The levels are different, right? What may break you may not break the other. And what may break the other may kill somebody else. It's true. But all of us still have what more we can give. And it's in different things. I look at myself and I look at Sheikh Samir, which we all know. We've been around. Man, I'm falling short. I'm a disgrace compared to his work. So that means I can strive and I can get better to reach his level. And every time you talk to him, how does he feel? The same way. Oh, I am no good. I am falling short. Imam al-Haddad, with all he did, rahimahullah ta'ala, all his work, I want to share his words to you. Because I want to get the point across for us, seriously. And it's not personal to, because it applies to all of us. Me at the forefront. Look at Imam al-Haddad. Right here. I'm going to read this to you. This is Imam al-Haddad. And this is the book of assistance. Just this line right here, just this first line to the comma, right? To that comma. I'm going to read it to you. I want us to look at it and just think about it. This is Imam al-Haddad. He said, أما بعد فيقول العبد الفقير المعترف بالقصور والتقصير. Let's look at that real close. He said, as to what follows, the impoverished servant who admits being deficient and falling short. That's how he described himself. That's Imam al-Haddad. فيقول العبد الفقير المعترف بالقصور والتقصير. He said, I'm not doing enough. Abdullah al-Sharif Abdullah bin Alawi al-Haddad. He said, I ain't doing enough. That's Imam al-Haddad. And he did way more than all of us. And he said, I ain't doing enough. So who are we, any of us, even if we working hard, even if we done suffered in the path, to say we done enough? Not a one of us done enough. But guess what? Each of us should feel the pain to our level, to that each of us feel like I've done enough. And if you feel that way, know you're working, but also know, come on, you give a little bit more. Right? The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, I'm just sharing with us because I know this stuff is hard. It's a lot of pain. And sometimes we take our own pain and we look at others and they didn't feel our exact pain. And we may say, they don't know what I've been through. But that's relative because the pain we feel at our level, that other one may feel that same pain at their own level, right? It may not be after our pain, all the struggle we go through, but for them, it's like my man Abdul Wali. Abdul Wali, so I don't look like I'm gonna share. We're family, so we're talking. If I look at Abdul Wali, may Allah reward him, I am a Muslim, and I love that. I still ain't got it. I got to listen a couple of times, right? He's in Albany, New York. I be all on his back all the time, right, when we talk. Because I'm like, yo, I get busy. But he's working at his capacity, with his illnesses, with his sicknesses, with his struggles. He's doing what he could do. And sometimes when I'm talking to him, he feel like I'm being overburdening on him. I'm too hard. I'm punching him in the stomach. Nah, I'm just pushing him to more than he could do. I got that, but you could do more. Let's get busy. Do you follow? That's all I'm doing. And I'm doing the same thing for myself. Because what we need as a people, we need from all of us more. It's not enough. Even if I do all I can, it's not enough for what we need. I'll give you an example. Let me give you an example. And that's why I say we got to be real. How many of you know people that's struggling with marriage, fornication, and adultery? You don't got to mention nobody's name. How many of you know people among you, around you, friend, family, or foe, don't matter, that's struggling with marriage issues while they're married, marriage is a mess, fornicating, or adultery. Don't mention nobody's name. That's not important. We want the point. How many of you know somebody who's battling with that? Their marriage is a mess. They're either engaged in fornication or adultery. Don't mention nobody's name, because where you can mention names, somebody can mention you. So stop. Just get the point. Okay. So all of us, and if you in the Black community, and in any community for that matter nowadays, but especially in our community, if you don't see that, you a liar and you full of it, and I don't even want to talk to you. There's no way you in our community, in any of them, and you don't see these struggles. They're struggles. They're real struggles. For various reasons, for different people. But it's real stuff. But we do know that these are struggles. And these struggles, yeah, I met Muslims. I ain't stutter. Now, you could be so aloof from the situation that you don't realize it's going on, but it is a struggle. Even if you don't know no one who's committing adultery or fornication, you know people whose marriages are in shambles and they struggling. Well, we got imams here. Imam Naeem, are you still there, my beloved brother Imam? Imam Boombap, are you there? Imam, how many cases do you realize that those issues, struggles in marriage, somebody fornicating, somebody committing adultery, Imam Fahim is there. How many cases you done heard about that in your tender as Sheikh al-Islam in Pittsburgh and in Camden? Let's be real. How many cases came to you in these issues? Come on, be real. It's a reality. Too many. That's Imam Naeem. Imam Fahim, wherever there is poverty, wherever there is uh, ignorance of the deen, wherever there is a lack of spouses, suitable spouses for people, you're going to find these evils. That's reality. It's all a part of the turf. So since that's the case, that means we have to work to fix these things in our community. That's going to take a lot of work. It's going to take a lot of work. It's real. Now, we can act like we are Sufis, and that's why someone told me, I was talking to one sheikh yesterday, he was talking about spiritual proofs. I said, it don't exist in our community. He said, what do you mean? I said, that's suburban white people stuff and immigrants. That don't exist in the Black community. He said, I said, spiritual abuse don't exist in our community. It's no such thing. You know why? We're so much in struggle, we don't have time to be spiritual, let alone to be spiritual abusers. That's the dirty dog stuff. I have another word, but I said I can't. They said I can't use the N word. That ain't spiritual abuse. That's the dirty dog stuff and stuff, which we say sometimes people don't like. They ain't got nothing to do with no spirituality. That's straight up us. The struggle within our stuff. That ain't got nothing to do with those. So he could be the imam. He could be whatever he want to be. He ain't doing that for spiritual abuse. He doing some stuff, which we have a word for it, but I won't use that word. That's dirty dog stuff. Had nothing to do with spirituality. Nothing at all. Now, you want to, and that, wait a minute. And the way we get away with that stuff is we ignoring the sister that's doing the same thing. But because he's an influencer or an imam or the so-called sheikh or whatever, he's just taking the fall. But you know she doing the same stuff. She in his inbox. How the hell y'all get in a room together? He forced you? You doing the same stuff. But if we act like we don't realize what's going on here, we're going to be deluding ourselves. We got to be honest. We got to be honest. Come on. How did you get in this? How did you get in that room? I never heard you say that I shouldn't have been there. I should have been talking to my wali. I should have been talking to my abu. I should have talked to the brothers. I should have met him in a public place. I shouldn't have met him at all. I never hear that. Now, and listen, the spiritual abuse, quote unquote, nonsense, wasn't going on once. It was going on for some time. And it was never mentioned till you didn't get what you want often. I'm not saying every single case. I'm talking about the norm. And now, when you got your heart broke, now is a big issue. It is an issue. It was an issue the first time, or the second time, or the third time. Not just when you got your feelings hurt. It's been an issue. Do you follow my point? That doesn't excuse him. He's wrong. And he got issues. And it don't excuse you either. And if we're going to deal with our community, we have to be real with each other. No, listen, we don't fit in none of that stuff. We don't. We as a people, we don't fit in none of that cancel culture, all that crap. We don't fit in none of that. If we start putting ourselves in other people's reality, we're harming ourselves. Oh, all of the shuyukh are saying that there's a such thing as spirit. I don't care about them and they don't care about me. What difference do it make what they say? They not coming dealing with my reality. They not going to see the crap that I see. I'm not listening to him. Go sit down if I knock you out. That's how I be feeling when they be coming to me with that crap. It's nonsense. I know what I'm dealing with. You know what you're dealing with. He don't live in our reality. He knows, so don't apply it. Listen, we live in two different worlds, bro. Take that somewhere else. Maybe that fits for you, and I don't buy that either. But I know what I'm dealing with, and it ain't the same. Imam Amin and Imam Fahim know what he dealing with. Imam Naeem know what he dealing with. And so do the rest of these black imams. We know what we dealing with. And we know each other. We can identify it. And sometimes people don't like when we say what we say because we recognize it. We live in, man, you're full of crap. We know that. And that's why I started, don't be full of crap. And if we are, recognize it and then make the appropriate change. Do you follow my point? Recognize it and then make the appropriate change. But don't live in delusion and nonsense. Because that's how Shaitan is going to keep us where we at. Do you find what I'm saying? If we keep fooling ourselves, acting like this ain't real, we're going to stay here. And we can't do that to the next generation. Though it may hurt having these hard conversations, the solution to our issues is to stop being full of crap. And if we full of crap, let's identify it and let's fix it. That's real. That's the solution. So somebody asks me, Imam, we need solutions. Stop being full of crap. That's one. How about that? Let's start there. Even if you struggling, be honest. I'm struggling. That's it. All right. And we ain't gonna make an excuse for you struggling. You struggling. Now that we identified that, let's get busy. Let's start working on it. Right? You know you're doing crap. Stop. Now, if you don't know how to stop, then we had that real talk. But we're not going to cover the fact that we're falling short and act like we're doing a lot. Do you understand my point? I'm talking about with us. It's very important. It's it's crucial if we're going to overcome our stuff. Putting on a costume ain't going to help us. It's not. Putting on some good smelling oils and a nice thobe and a hijab and changing our voice, that stuff is not going to help us. We have to deal with our reality. It's not going to work. It hasn't worked. It won't work. I'm telling you, it's not. That's our solution. It's not going to work. I believe it is. And if you believe something else is, I'm not saying it's the whole solution. I'm saying it's one solution. And that's what the summit is about. The summit is not about us putting each other down. I wish to put nobody down, not even myself. That's not what I'm saying at all. Right? Because I don't believe our problem is an individual problem. I believe our problem is a collective problem that individuals embody different aspects of it. Let me repeat that. I don't believe our problem, I'm talking about us, I'm not talking about nobody else, I'm talking about us as a people, is not really an individual problem. It's a collective problem that we have individually embodied different aspects of it. I hope y'all follow me there. I don't believe us, I'm talking about us, these people that I talk to every morning. I don't think our problem is an individual problem. I think it's a collective problem that we have individually embodied certain aspects of that problem. Not everyone has the same problem, but it's a collective problem. There's a collective mentality that exists. And all you got to do is study history. Go back to the 60s. Go back to the leaders they were talking about the same stuff. So we wasn't even born, most of us, right? As in the 50s and 40s, and they were talking about the same stuff. So it hasn't changed. So that must mean it wasn't about, because if it changed and the individuals who died, it wouldn't exist. No, the same problems exist in the same group of people and the same stuff. So it's a collective problem. So all of us have to work on it. So it ain't about me. I have my own stuff, but so do you. But where did we get these ideas from? Right? What is it in the culture that we have embodied these bad aspects? That's what I'm talking about. So instead of concentrating on crucifying us individuals, let's crucify this destructive culture that we embodied. Y'all follow my point? Because I'm just sharing this with you. The problem is not one, but we have so many things that we have to overcome. We have to identify ones we can take. Here's a problem. It don't have nothing to do with it. I'll answer it. Pentry, hold your thought. I'll answer it. Let me answer it. I'll answer this. It has nothing to do with what we're talking about, but it's a problem. I think it's a big one. This is a question. I don't like to run from these questions. I think they're important. I asked something like this yesterday, but I didn't hear if you answered it. Can we take Aqidah from Habashis, Ahbash, the followers of Sheikh Abdullah al-Harari? Right? In Aqidah, what are we? Us, 3453 family. In Aqidah, what is our methodology? I'm going to let you answer. Answer the question. All of us should be able to answer. What is our Aqidah as Ahl Sunnati wal Jama'ah? Everyone answer. We hear 345, we hear every day for years, and I'm explicit, I don't hide it. What's our Aqidah? Could all you put up? I don't want nobody to be confused. It's a lot of you, hundreds. Come on, answer. Right? Okay. So this is clear. So anyone that doubt what we follow, they ain't been listening. What we teach, what we follow. We're Ash'ari or Maturidi in Aqidah. That's Ahl Sunnah. Now, so for us, when we measure any people, we're going to see how they match the creed of Al-Ash'ira wal-Maturidiyya. If they match that, then we take it. If they don't match that, we leave it. If they match it in some areas, we take it. If they don't match it in other areas, we leave it. Simple. Now, so the important thing for us, no matter who we're talking about, we're not worrying about this group or that group or this group or that group. We want to follow Ahl Sunnati wal Jama'ah because that's the correct way to follow the creed of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So if they match it, we take it. If they don't match it, we leave it. If they match it in some areas, we take those areas. If they don't match it in other areas, we don't take it. Learn the creed of Al-Ash'ira and Maturidiyya, and you can answer your own question. Do you get my point? Learn the creed of Al-Ash'ira wal Maturidiyya, and then you can answer your own question with any group or any sheikh. It don't matter. No, but you want microwave Islam, and you're not going to get microwave Islam here. We told you that already, right? Microwave Islam doesn't help us. It doesn't. We always want microwave Islam. Just tell me so I don't got to research. Just tell me so I don't got to study. No, go learn. Sit down and learn, and then you answer your own questions. Do you follow my point? And not being harsh. We always want microwave Islam. No microwave Islam. Go study. I told you what we need to study. Go do your research. Sit in classes. Learn. Then once you learn, you can answer all those questions yourself. We're Ash'ari. We're Maturidi. Ash'ari. When did Imam Abu Hassan al-Ash'ari die? What year? (324). When did Imam al-Maturidi die? When did Imam al-Maturidi die? No, we ain't going no rabbit hole. I ain't ducking wreck either. I got you, Imam. I'm not going down a rabbit hole. I'm going to help us because it's not just about the individual. It's us collectively, right? This is about us collectively. It's not the individual, right? So, as I'm saying, Imam 333. What year are we in right now? What year are we in right now? What year is this? Hijri. What year? Okay, so 1444. That means you have over 1,000 years of global and historical books, scholars all around the world, generation after generation, to learn the creed of Al-Ash'ira and Maturidiyya. So it's abundant of information. Go do it. Y'all with me? We already said we got to learn our deen globally and historically. It's 1,000 years of worth of stuff. Go look. Go research. Go listen. Stop trying to get microwave Islam. Don't just say Imam Amin said it, so that's it. No, go research. Go research. Go study. Check the resources. You have to put some work in. And I'm going to go one last thing, and then I'm going to move on to that. I'm done. My thoughts are not redirected, Imam Naim, on it. But I want to teach us how to be brave. People be trying to punk us. You know that, right? We're not afraid. We're not slaves. We're going to do what we do because we've learned something. Don't nobody really care about us anyway. So we better learn to care about ourselves. So all these people that come with all this, we the truth, we the people of Haq, all that, they don't give a damn about us. That's real. So we better care about us. We better care about us. We can get all their terms. We can get all their stuff. We can get all of their uniform. And then at the end of the day, you still going to be a Negro in your same situation. So we better do it. We better learn. We better do our own research. We better have our own departments. We better have our own scholars who know our reality. We keep following others. That's another problem. This deen is the deen of Allah. It don't belong to no group. This methodology of Ahl Sunnah is a continuous unbroken chain. That's all I'm telling you. And that applies across the board, no matter what group you're talking about. Are you on this struggle with us? Are you on the ground? Are you taking the shots that we taking? I don't want to hear your religious rhetoric if you ain't willing to put in this pain with us. All this suffering we talking about, if you're not doing the same, I don't want to hear that crap. Not from you, at least. So if we're going to be forming groups, we're going to form our own group. If we're going to form a group, we're going to form our own group. We have the right to form our own group. We're not listening to you. All right, so that's the end of the discussion. Call us whatever you want. We ain't listening to you. Forget about it. We got to take care of ourselves. That's the end of that one. All right, back to my point. So for us, we got to be real with each other. I'm just being real. That may hurt somebody. He's arrogant. He just told us to go fly a kite. Yeah, I did. Doesn't help us. Because at the end of the day, we can listen to you, all that stuff. We can have all that, and we still going to be in the same situation. It ain't going to help us. We can quote all the Arabic we want. We can read all the hadith we want. If we don't learn to fix our situation, we're going to be in the same position. With all our Arabic, with all our quotes, with all our stuff, with all that stuff, we're going to be in the same position. And if you don't believe me, go look at everyone and all these groups that have come in our community, and we emulate them and we follow them, and tell me, have we are not in the same position? The answer is yes. We're in the same position. Okay, well, we need to stop doing that. That ain't working. Do you follow my point? On the ground reality, if we be honest, that stuff ain't working. We need to try something different. Simple. You don't have to like me for it. But listen, man, I don't like the fact that my community is suffering and you ain't doing nothing about it. So we equal. You don't like it, neither do I. Do y'all follow my point? I'm talking about real issues, real on the ground issues, right? And I'm thinking long term. And I know what we need to do. I'm kind of familiar with what we need to do. We need to stop letting people who don't care about us dictate to how we move. You can't dictate how we move because you ain't gonna do the stuff, you ain't gonna take the pain we taking. That doesn't mean we can't benefit, but we have to chart our own course. And we have to be real with ourselves about that. So the solution is what? I gave you the solution. What's our solution? According to me, and even if you have your own solutions, this part of it you can't dismiss. What's the solution? I gave it to you. What's our solution? Primarily, what's our solution? I gave a whole talk on this, almost an hour now, over a little over an hour. What's the solution? Bingo. That's it. That's the start of it. We have to be for real with each other. Once we get that part done, when you're talking to real people, there's no mask, there's no full of crap, there's no deceiving each other. We're sincere. What you see is what you get. Then we can start working on the other stuff. Then we can start working on the other stuff. That's it. That's reality. Because if we're real, then none of us is surprised when we do some stuff. I know that's what he got work on. Y'all follow my point? And listen, we have to kick people out of our meetings, and I don't mean physically, who don't feel our pain and not willing to feel our pain. What do I mean by that? We have to kick them out of our meetings. Because many people on the internet and these organizations, they don't care about Black people at all. They use Black people for their own objectives. And we used to just go along. They don't care about Black people. That's real. So we have to kick them out of our meetings. Get out of here. We're not listening to you. The way we do it, when I say you're welcome, you're welcome. So long as you ain't trying to disrupt our stuff. Soon as you come trying to disrupt our stuff, divide and conquer, subjugate us, we're going to throw you right up out of here. If you're willing to work with us, cooperate with us, help, we down. If you're trying to rule us, we're going to throw you out. Simple. We're going to throw you out at the heart level because we're not paying you no attention. And from us, we be real, we might curse you out in the process. And if you don't get that, then we're going to physically throw you out. It is what it is because we have to deal with our own issues. And you're trying to distract us from our issues with your colorful speech and terminology and nonsense, and then take us somewhere we don't belong. We ain't doing that. Am I clear? I'll take 10 minutes of questions, objections. I don't care what you got because I'm serious about this. I know, I have no doubt the road to success for us. The problem is getting enough of us to do it. That's the challenge. But I have no doubt what we need to do. And I know collectively we have everything we need to accomplish it. I'm not foggy about none of this stuff. Right? Not one aspect. And all I would like to see is a group of us be sincere, stop the crap, admit we falling short, and and put some aspirations and energy behind ourselves, and we're rolling. We're doing it right now. We're doing it, but we could do better. Do I claim I have all the answers? No, we do though. I don't. I have some answers, and you got some, and you have some, and you have some. Now, but if we don't come together and put that together sincerely, we're going to stay in the same context. I don't care about no other imams. Are they on the ground doing what I'm doing? Are they on the ground doing what you're doing? If they are, then they know it and they ain't talking about that. And if an imam is telling you, don't help you, that means he's telling you to help him, help somebody else. And then all you got to do is open your eyes and you'll see it. Where you take your instructions from? Is that person you take your instructions dealing with we dealing with? No. All right. So then you ain't even dealing with reality. That's real. Why are we afraid to be unapologetically black? Who taught us to hate ourselves? We should ask that question. I'm Muslim, I'm black. I have a black reality. That's true. I live in America. I have challenges as a black person. Because I'm Muslim, that don't change. I'm still black. And I still have a black reality in America. That's real. Who taught you that? And let me tell you something. There's no other culture on the face of the earth who don't deal with their own cultural realities. In every country, in every place, I'm well traveled. So why is, when it comes to us, this is an issue? And I don't care what they say. I'm asking us why for us when it comes to us is an issue. Forget what somebody else think. I'm talking about you. Why when it comes to you, you are feel it's wrong to take care of you. I don't get it. I understand why others may want you not to take care of you because they want to use you, right? For them. But I'm talking about you. Why you hate yourself? I don't get it. Why are you convinced that it's haram for you to help yourself? It doesn't make sense. No one does that in the world but us. All right. They taught us. Who the heck is they? Right? Follow me. They taught us early in Islam, there's no nationalism Islam. Who's the they? We should ask, and I'm saying to you, Furqan, that we should ask ourselves, who's they? Who's they? And we should identify who's that they. Once we identify who that they is, let's look at what they are doing for themselves. Right? They told us there's no nationalism. Okay, who's the they? Right. Right? So when we say the they, so the they could be from wherever they from. Let's go to their land where they are majority of people, and let's see if we listen to them, are they talking about their issues, their concerns, their country, their people? And I guarantee you the answer will be a definitive yes. Okay, so if they're doing that for themselves, how are we listening to them tell us what we should be doing for ourselves that's in direct opposition what they're doing for their own selves? Do you understand my point? And when you learn the deen, you're going to understand everybody running game on black folks. Ain't nobody here fighting our battle. Everyone, all the they doing their thing. They're not thinking about you. They're using you to spread their thing. Oh, that's a if you don't realize that, something wrong with you. You don't realize that they're using you to spread their thing. You don't realize that? You've been Muslim all this time and you haven't recognized that everyone who comes to the black community outside of the black community is pushing their agenda on the black community? You haven't discovered that yet? Are you that shallow? Seriously? Especially if you've been Muslim for a long time. Everyone who comes to our community is pushing their issue on our people. What's wrong with you? Who taught you to hate yourself? Think about it. I'm not making it up. Listen, this ain't a debate. This is not a debate. This is not a debate. This is not a debate. It's only even a controversial topic because we hate ourselves. That's it. It's not a debate. It's not a debate. The only reason that we're concerned about this issue because we've been taught to hate ourselves and we listened. It's not a debate. It's not a debate. And when we learn to love ourselves, it's insulting that someone comes and tries to make a debate. It's insulting. When you love yourself, that's an insult. Don't do that. Stop, stop, stop. I'm gonna share something. And I have some close people that are not black. They're very close to me, right? And I'm gonna tell this story And I'll never forget it because it was an example of what I'm saying. So I have a white friend, a brother, a learned person. He's very close to me, my partner, my man. I wish I had more brothers, black, like him. That's how close he is to me. I wish I had more brothers like him. White guy. It's my man's. And you'll see him at the summit. He'll be at the summit. He's white. It's my man, right? And he has a real grip on reality. I have to give it to him. He ain't full of it, that's why. He has a real grip on reality. One time we was in Atlanta giving a talk. Masjid Islam. We was in Atlanta. Me and him were giving a talk. And he got a little too black for a minute. I'm sorry. It was comical. Because he's down. And he's down. I believe he would die for us. I could be wrong, but I doubt it. I've seen us in positions where we could be dead and he was right with me, right? We did some dangerous stuff together, right? So I believe that he would die for me. I believe it. And I know he will sacrifice for me. So these things I know, right? So, but this case, he got a little bit too black. And he said, I know what y'all go through as a people. Why did he say that? And I looked at him like, I know you didn't just say that, right? But he slipped it out. And them young black sisters got on their feet, head starts swinging, hips start swinging. Kimar was irrelevant at that point. Wasn't all that pious, them sisters, wah, 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 wah. Man, they rode him so bad. And he looked at me like, yo, Imam Amin, help me. And I'm sitting there like, I'm like, hey, bro, you stepped in it. You got to handle that. You ever, it was so funny. You ever saw that cartoon where one of the characters go, help me? That's how he looked. I was in tears. It was so funny because they don't know him. He was really trying to identify with us. I was cracking up. And he like, you gonna do me like this? I'm like, nah, you did you like this. You gotta take that. After they ripped him for about 10, 15 minutes, I jumped in and bailed him out. It was hilarious, right? And then when we finished, he said, I promise you something. I'm never gonna do that again. Whenever you don't let me do that again. He realized it. No matter how much you care about us, no matter how much you love, you don't feel what we feel. You can't. All you can do is what? Cooperate, be empathetic with us, help us get as much as you can to get out the condition, but you will never experience what we feel. Never. Do you understand my point? And he realized that. But that taught him that day. It taught him that day. Those Atlanta black women, Imam Warfdi Muhammad community, call them whatever you want. They proud black people. And they ripped him. I never will forget that. And I don't think he will leave. Right? Serious, them sisters went off. Now, let's take that pride and apply it over everything, right? I never will forget that. That stuff stays in my mind like, wow. And my wife says something to me all the time. She reminds me, because I have friends from all over. My wife says, remember, they love you, not necessarily us. That's deep. She said to me, my wife, multiple times, don't get this messed up. This black women, you know, black women, when they get hot, they'll say it. They love you. Don't translate to that necessarily means they love us. And when her saying that made me realize whenever I got these friends, I have to teach them, don't just love me, I need you to love us. That same love you got for me, I want you to show it to us. So what I did with that, and Imam Naim and Imam Fahim can testify, I stopped letting them just love me, show me love, yes, but I need you to help my other brothers too. I need you to show them that same love. And they do it. There are some good people out here as an ummah. But we have to be united in our stuff. And am I right, Imam Naim? Because y'all and Imam Fahim, y'all know the particular person I'm talking about. Have they not also extended that same love to y'all? It might not be the same degree because we have a relationship, but you felt the love. Am I right or wrong? And support and help. And that's what we have to do, right? So now we all got to bring us all to the table. And when we come together, the reality for all of us looks different. And I have these same conversations with other than African American, Black people, my teachers, my friends who happen to be other. I have the same conversation because they have a role. We're an ummah ultimately. We're a nation, the nation of Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. But we got to be real with each other. If your budget's 2 million and ours is 10,000, something's wrong. Something's wrong with that picture. Your budget's 2 million and ours is 10,000 and you're satisfied with that, something's wrong with that picture. You're not really that, you're not, hey. You're not really that close to me. You watching us struggle and you're thriving. Where's the brotherhood? That's not the Ansar. That's not the Sahaba's way. Radiallahu ta'ala anhum. That ain't how that worked. You have resources of education and we don't. Something's wrong with that picture. Something's wrong with that picture. We have to fix it. But no one's going to help you if you ain't willing to help yourself. Keep that in mind. So you have to work yourself as if no one's going to help you. And when you do that, others will help you. When they see that you're no longer just expendable, oh, we don't got to do nothing for the blacks. And the blacks ain't going to do nothing for themselves. They're going to stay like that. And then that's how you're going to be treated. When you start saying, no, we doing our own thing. And then they're going to say, hey, we better help or they're going to leave us behind. Because they actually need us. The Muslim world needs black folks to rise. Trust me. Even if they don't realize it, they need us, especially in America. These are real issues. Or you just want to be entertained with text. Which one you want? You want me to just entertain you with sacred text? That's it. And leave reality alone. Let me just read books to you, and we just read, and I explain with my chain of narration, and I took from trick so and so. I could do that. That's what you want? Is that what you need? Only that? Or do you need a dose of reality with it? Which one? I could do it. I've done it all the time. I could just sit down and relate book after book after book. And yeah, I could do it. Is that all we need? Has that changed our condition? No, hasn't. It hasn't. We do need it. That's not all we need, though. That's not all we need. Some of the teachers that's coming to the summit, I told them don't teach no book. And they asked me, what book you want me to teach? No book. I want you to teach from your heart. We ain't come here to sit and listen to you read a book. Make that book real. Show me how to live that book. Show me how that book can transform me. That's the best teaching of a book. And then, yeah, there's going to be times when we read books. We do need to read books. I'm not saying that. We do need chains of transmission. We do need good teachers. Yeah, we need all that. But right now, more than that, we need some real people. That's what we need. And then when we get some real people, now let's do some real work. All right, I beat y'all up long enough and I beat myself up long enough. But do y'all feel me? Do you feel what I'm trying to get across? Do you feel me? I believe it 100%. We have to help ourselves. It's serious business. Serious business. I was watching something yesterday on Facebook. I'm sorry. If you got to go, go. Once now I'm in scattered thought zone 3. My mind's just all over the place. That's why I like scattered thoughts because what I really see, I'm watching YouTube yesterday. No, Facebook. So I watch this person. I know the person. Good dude, right? We a trip. I'm watching this Negro. I know the dude. Right. Allahu Akbar. I can't help but to laugh because I'm trying to say without hurting somebody. But we know each other. We all know each other. I'm saying we keep it real. We got young people in our city killing each other. Young brothers who coming up just like you. Family members, Atlantic City, everybody know each other, right? We like a big family. Even if we're enemies, when you go to a janaza, you'll see everybody from every community, every walk. We all one. We all know each other. This is Atlantic City. We on the ground dealing with our stuff. These Negroes over in Saudi Arabia fooling themselves like they learning some deen. I see you guys, it's killing me. And sounding like parrots. We're sitting in such location in the haram, listening to Sheikh so-and-so. You don't understand what Sheikh so-and-so's. Sheikh so-and don't give a damn about you. And you're quoting this as if this is something to be praised. Are you crazy? And you're going to actually come back talking about, I was over there sitting with Sheikh so-and-so. So what? What is it going to do for us? So what? Okay, you were sitting with Sheikh so-and-so. What the heck that got to do with all this crap we looking at? Tell me, how that's going to help us? What did you take from Sheikh so-and-so that's going to help us? Come on, be real. Stop. I was sitting with the Mashayikh. Come on, you knock it off. Stop. Come on. So is them other jokers who've been sitting with that same sheikh for 20 years and they killing each other right in front of them. Come on, Ak, are you serious? The one you with been with those sheikhs for 20-something years, and in the Zach community, they killing each other. And that same person ain't doing nothing. Scared of his own shadow to go deal with them young boys. What are you talking about? Are you kidding me? After 30 years, we still doing that? I'm just making a point. And that applied for me too. What benefit is for me to go sit with Sheikh Samir, for instance, or Habib Umar, for instance, or any other big scholar around the world, and I come home and my condition's a mess, and I ain't doing nothing but quoting the Sheikh? What good is it? I said it applies to me too. It's laughable. And I'm gonna actually come to my community, these people who's struggling, and tell them what the Sheikh said, who don't have no context of our reality. Is that really helping us? Unless I embody a message and I become that message and I convey that message in a way that empowers my people, it's a waste of time. Do you understand my point? It's a waste of time. And we know it. And we keep doing the same thing over and over again. I don't get it. We ain't learning nothing out of all this. Do y'all understand my point? We can't keep doing that. It's not working. We have a job. Each and every one of us have a job. We got to do our job. And we can't keep playing games. It's not helping. Our children going to be doing the same stuff if we keep it up. Our grandchildren. We got to do something different. That's just my point. This is the summit. The summit is to get us together to do something different, to be real, not fake it with each other. Sit down and be real. No big eyes, no little U's, none of that crap. Let's sit down and get it. We ain't trying to emulate nobody else. We're not. I need you to be real. Like you be real when we not looking. I need that person because that's the person who you really are, and I know what I'm dealing with. That's what we need if we're going to make a change. It's real work. And why can I identify it? Because I used to do it. I know what you're doing because I used to do the same thing. But I realize it don't work. So now I'm just trying to save you 20 years of wasting your time doing the same thing. I'm trying to help us. I gave you the solution now, Fatima. You didn't hear the solution? What's the solution? Everybody again, what's the solution? I gave the solution. I gave the core part of the solution, and that's Dean. What's the solution? That means you ain't listening. You just listening to the problem. I'm joking. What's the solution? Come on, let's get the solution. What's the solution? I gave you the first solution. Step one. What's step one? There you go. Step one. Step one. Cut the crap. That's step one. Whoa, I like start. Haja went for the juggler vein. Haja Stacy, I got to put you up. Don't be full of it. Be sincere, work together, and drop that bread. There you go. And we all know it. All right, let me give you us. Y'all ready? I'm going to give you us, and then tell me if you don't apply this. Are y'all ready? This is us, students of knowledge, seekers. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. I was overseas sitting with the sheikhs. Yani, you know, mashallah tabaraka wa ta'ala, you know, la ilaha illallah, you know, we just got to get upon the sunnah. We got to get it run correct aqidah, mashallah, 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 yeah. I was in the halaqah, you know, the mawlid, and we was doing the border da'ak, mashallah. I felt the state, subhanallah, that ruhaniya was right there, mashallah. We was in the upper worlds, ya ikhwan, mashallah. What y'all getting ready to say to me? Cut the crap. And wait a minute, everybody laughing, so I know y'all all identify with it. Cut the crap. Cut it out. Stop. But isn't that what we see? Come on, let's keep it real. Isn't that what we see? I did that for so long, for years. I used to do it all the time. My sheikh said to me, I might as well give you an ijaza in it. I'm no lie. My sheikh said, I might as well give you an ijaza in it. He's funny. He said, I might as well give you an ijaza in it. He's funny. MashaAllah. So y'all got my point? And we all know what I'm talking about. How many of us know some student of knowledge, whether no matter what methodology they follow, from us doing that? How many of us can say, I know somebody like that? I've heard somebody like that. I see that. How many? Let's take a quick poll. Which percentage of us have experienced this loftiness of spirituality and change of accent? Okay. So let's cut the crap. But guess what? Somebody taught us that and accepted that from us. So now we got to unteach us that and stop accepting that from us. Right? So let's fix it. And then you're going to see how much people really don't like you when you be yourself. You're really going to see it. So long as you around them faking and acting like you're them, they're going to accept you. Now be yourself and see what happens. Go be yourself and see what happens. I'm just being real, right? See what happens. All right, I got to get ready to go. I'm way over time. Are y'all following me? So when you come to the summit, you ain't going to see none of that. I ain't accepting. We going to be real. We going to talk to each other. We going to sit down and kick it. If you go up to one of these imams and they start that crap, say, yo, man, knock it off. You go up to one of the sheikhs and they doing that, one of our teachers, one of our speakers, and they acting like they ain't black, call them. Yo, man, would you knock it off? Because all of them, they already been warned. This is the African American Summit. We black folk, keep it real, out. And if you can't keep it real, stay home. I don't care you Sheikh or Islam, stay home. If you can't keep it real, if you can't keep it 100 with me, stay home. We don't need you. I don't care how much you know. We don't need you. We need some people who can keep it real and can deal with us. It is what it is. All right. Barakallahu bikum. So tomorrow's the beginning. We on tomorrow. Our first session is at Masjid Muhammad. It starts at 4 o'clock. There's a mistake on the flyer. It says 5 to 9 in the heading here. That's a mistake. That's a typo. So you'll see up there where it says 5 to 9, and you'll notice it say the first class start at 4. That 5 to 9 is a mistake. It should say 4 to 9. So, don't think something's happening at 5. It starts at 4. So you'll see the flyer. Somebody pointed it out. I didn't notice it. I missed it. So we going in, right? And we have a goal. Oh, the correct one is on the website. The Minister of Interior said, hey, it's fixed. I'm too busy working. I don't got time to be on no website. No, 4 p.m. 4 p.m., not a.m. You registering whenever you can. It's not too late. It's never too late. We expect us to be us. We always gonna be late. But just be there. That's the most important thing. And we have a fundraising goal. And I've already been told we can't do it. We have a fundraising goal, which is going to be Saturday night. What is that goal? What are we trying to raise? We have a fund. We got to drop that bread. What is our fundraising goal? Could everyone put it up, please? We have a goal. We have something to do. So I'm not about to trick you. We have work to do, and we need bread. I'm not about to lie to you and be like, let me try to. Nah, we need some bread. And you need to give it, and I need to give it. We need some bread. We got to stop being full of it. Right? Assalamu alaikum, Sayyidi. Give me 1 second. I'll call you right back. I'm almost finishing up. You want to say salam to the people? Wait a minute. Hold on. That's Imam Dawood Wali. Tell him salam alaikum, Sidi.
Salam alaikum wa
Make quick. Tell him you'll be there. You're coming.
See you all tomorrow, bismillah ta'ala.
All right, I'll call you right back when I finish. That's Imam Dawood. He's coming all the way from the D to help us get some bread. All right, listen. I've already been told that we can't get $100,000. And you know what I said? I'll be honest. Damn, that's how you think of us? We're just incapable people. Oh, you better drop that down. Let me tell you, in other communities, 100,000 comes from one person. From one person. At max, 2 people. I've never been to a fundraiser outside of our community and they raise less than $100,000 with 2 people. I've never seen it. Unless they're only trying to raise something small, then they'll split it up. But they're usually raising big numbers. Boop. We need 100,000. 50, 50, done. All right. And then everybody else just throws stuff on top of that. I'm serious. I done multiple fundraisers all over the place. We have some people that got money. We do. Our problem is too many of us full of it, acting like you broke and you're not. You stingy. You're not broke. Say what it is. You stingy. You don't have confidence. You don't trust. And that's why you ain't giving no money. Don't say you broke. You're not broke. Just keep it real. Listen, I don't believe in you that much. I don't believe in what y'all doing. It sounds great, but I don't believe. All right, that's what it is. But don't tell me you broke. Just say you don't trust us. That's another story. I can deal with that. Don't lie to me and tell me you broke. You're not broke. You're not broke. You're full of it. Stop. How you broke driving a Lexus, a Benz, a BMW, living in a $250,000 house, got red bottoms on. Talking about you broke. Got a $5,000 watch on. I seen broke dudes with shiny watches. Don't tell me you broke. Just say you don't believe in what we're doing. You ain't broke. Even you ain't broke. Y'all got bread. Y'all got bread. No, I'm serious. Yeah, I know it's real. So I'm saying, brother, listen, I want to share something because some of y'all get offended. I'm not talking to no individual. We are the same. Don't think it's just you. I know hundreds of people like you. I know hundreds of people like me. It's us. It's a cultural thing. We do the same stuff. You're not special. As our brother Salim Rahimahullah used to say, y'all think the Imam be stepping on your toes. Your feet are so damn big. Whatever he say, he gonna step on your toes. I'm not talking about none of us at all. Because I'm talking to us. We're the same. We do the same stuff, just in a different form. We're all the same. All right. Imam said, knock it off. I'm beating it up. I'm just being honest. So let us get it. Now let me explain what we're going to do with that $100,000. We're going to make sure with that $100,000 that all these teachers who I need to do the work, they're not going to do it free sabilillah. Let's say it. Right? They're not going to do it. I'm telling you, I ask them all the time. They're not going to do it. No matter what I say, they're not going to serve you free sabilillah. Can we all copy that? I think we don't understand that. If we don't get the money, we're not going to have the adequate education. You're going to be listening to me. I'm free. That's why you hear what you hear. That's why I talk the way I talk, because you don't pay me, right? I'm not going to be muzzled by a check. That's reality. They're not going to do it. So they're going to come when the others are not paying. Oh, I got a free moment in my schedule. Let me give y'all a class. That's reality. They're not doing it free sabilillah, period. So if you're not willing to pay, that must mean you really don't want it. That's reality, whether I like it or not, whether you like it or not. We got to pay. And I didn't make that up. Imam Dawood Ali, I got that from him. So that's not my original. I borrowed that from him. And let me tell you something. I had bigger teachers. I had bigger teachers to come, African Americans, very learned people. I said to them, yo, I need you to come to the summit. They automatically said, I need this honorarium. I said, man, I got too many teachers. I can't do it. I could do some, but I can't do that. They ain't come. And I wasn't mad at them. They said, listen, Imam, you know what it is, man. I need some bread. Because I like to talk real. I said, inshallah, if we get some money, we'll invite you, but we don't got no money. And if you can't come at this rate, which I can afford, then thank you, but I can't do it. We only have a certain amount of money. We can't do it. And like I said, we only have a certain amount of money. They said, and I have a certain requirement. So we equal. I respect that. Whether I agree or not, I respect your gangster, homie. We ain't in that field yet. Do y'all got me? We all know it, but we just acting like we don't know it. And some stuff I just be quiet about. But we lose teachers because we don't pay them, because they have to earn for their families. They have to take care of stuff. And as our job to take that 100,000, make it work so you see progress and it's building to something that we need to develop us better. That's our job. So there's all transparency. Is it transparent enough? right? Because this is how people say you don't have to, that's how we have to talk to each other because we know we won't give the money at all. And if you don't say nothing, we'll walk out of there in debt. Not got to reach the goal. We'll walk out in debt and we'll talk about how great it is while somebody else is struggling and suffering. No, we can't do that. All right, I'm out. I talked too long. Uh, as one of my teachers said in Lebanon, they said, Sheikh, why don't you go home? Go with your family. He said, I love you. I like to be with you. He would spend hours teaching us, hours and hours, nonstop. Like, Sheikh, man, go home to your family. I love you. You are my family. MashaAllah. So that's where we at. Barakallahu bikum. So we're tomorrow. We might not have the morning class in the morning because Friday's going to be a crazy day. We have a lot of guests coming in, hotels, arranging, fixing stuff, setting up the the venue, setting up the masjid. So tomorrow morning we're probably not going to have a class, but we'll have class later on that night, right? Uh, we're going to try to live stream as much as we can. And I'm quite sure somebody going to be on their phone sharing. I know us, so that's fine. So just follow along. We're going to do the best we can. We don't have money to do no Hollywood recording and pay the recorders and videographers, and we don't got that kind of bread. Because they come say, yeah, Imam, I could do it. I know you're going to do it for free. Free sabilillah? No. All right, then we don't got the money to pay you. You coming, Ak? Don't worry, I got you covered, Ak. Come on in, Ak. Just get here. Don't worry about all that other stuff. I got you covered. You my man. I just need you to document history, Ak, and observe and write down where I'm making mistakes and advise me. Just get here. The rest is free sabilillah. All right, I love you. I'll be all night bugging out. Saturday morning and Sunday morning will be the morning prayer. Fajr, we come in the masjid at 4:45. We're going to open the masjid. Sheikh Abdul Kareem will do the prayer, a class, and if I'm not too busy, I'll come in and do post-Fajr reflections with him. But I expect to be busy, so I probably may not be able to join because we have a lot of work to do. With all these people, I may be busy. I may not be able to do it. But if I'm free and everything is going smooth, I'm going to jump in. But expect Sheikh Abdul Kareem to handle all of that, inshallah. And he's overqualified to do that. The Friday sessions start at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And you're welcome to join before that because I do reading with the university students from 3 to 4. So it's from Jumu'ah, before Jumu'ah, all the way to the night, there's going to be lessons. I teach before Jumu'ah, during Jumu'ah, someone will give the khutbah. After Jumu'ah, I teach, and then we're going into the thing. So we'll be working it out. All right, Barakallahu bikum. I thank you for your patience and sticking with us. I'll see y'all tomorrow, inshallah ta'ala. All right. Barakallahu bikum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.